Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., all rights reserved.
I took my love, took it down. I climbed a mountain and I turned around.
That's Stevie Nicks bringing us back, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for hanging out with me, 7 till. I'm Jim Blasingame, having a great visit with our good friend Joel Barker, one of the great futurists of our time. JoelBarker.com is his website. I encourage you to check it out. Whatever you, folks, go find the work he did, the film, the book on paradigms. A lot of people say that word is overused. I don't think so, but with the way Joel talks about it, it's fascinating. And so anything Joel does is great. Joel, thanks again for hanging out with us.
My pleasure.
I'm really become disgusted with Wall Street. Joel, my audience knows this. I've said this before. Wall Street has been said to be a leading indicator of the economy. In other words, whatever Wall Street is doing is an indicator of the way that the economy is going. If it's doing badly and the economy is doing good, well then, the economy is ultimately going to be bad, and vice versa. But I've decided in the last 3 years that Wall Street is now only a leading indicator of itself. and I've figured this out in my mind since 2008, because Wall Street is doing great, the economy is not doing so great. Wall Street is up 400 points today, down 400 points tomorrow. Tell me, Joel, what that has to do with business. What does that have to do? Anything? What does it have to do with business? It only seems to me to have to do with people who are traders. It seems to me that Wall Street is not about investing anymore. It's only about trading, and capitalism is not about trading. Capitalism is about investing. And I've said this before, and I'm going to say it again. Wall Street has become, or at least it is becoming, the enemy of capitalism. What do you think?
I think there's a lot of truth in that. And here's the way I look at it. In 1988, I was traveling around the world with Bob Galvin of Motorola. And we were talking about how Motorola was being treated by Wall Street. I said, well, if there's one thing you could change, what would you do? He said, I'd get rid of the quarterly report.
Bingo. I've been saying that for 10 years.
Well, that was 1988. Now, Here's the problem we have now. We have the micro-moment report.
Right.
We have the minute report.
Right.
We have the quick rumor jump, where everybody is moving, as you said, not as an investment,
right,
but as a trade. I want to make money.
A million trades a second to gain a quarter of a basis point, just to make, if I can do a million trades in this second or in this minute, maybe I can make $1,000, and over the whole day, if I just know how things are going to move, and that's not capitalism, Joel.
And also, if I do it right, I can actually force the move. That isn't capitalism either. That's right. Trading.
That's right. That's exactly right.
And it's a very
manipulation.
Significant problem. Yeah, exactly. Though it's not considered. One quick story. I read last week, I wish I could remember the publication, but they were talking about companies buying floors in skyscrapers right next to where the servers are for Wall Street or for the Wall Street, because the micro moments of the time the electrons were flowing through the wires, they could outbuy those who were 10 blocks away.
Because they have the digital, the flash
closer.
traders. They call flash trading.
Yeah, and they're physically closer so that their trade gets there just the teeniest amount of time, but they outtrade them. And so they're actually physically lining up next to the servers to have this trading
shotgun
advantage.
Blast. Get a shotgun blast of the information.
Yeah. But plus it shows exactly what you said. They're not investing, they're trading.
That's right. And so here's the thing, folks. Here's how it manifests. Every time you turn around, somebody will say, "Oh, how's the market going to react to this?" Well, you know what? What does the market have to do with what's happening on Main Street? I promise you, Wall Street is not Main Street's friend. Wall Street, I've been saying this for years, Joel. Wall Street is at cross purposes with Main Street. And now we know, Joel, and I'm not a conspiratorialist, you know this. Now we in the last 3 years, we've been able to see the unvarnished collusion between Wall Street and Washington.
Absolutely.
We have to
on both
fix
sides.
this. We have to fix this, Joel.
Yeah. And,
Main Street America has to fix this.
It's going to be an interesting question because what you're really talking about is a kind of populist revolt against a new kind of elite, a financial elite
Yep.
that thinks $1 billion is not a really good salary.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, their perspective has been so dramatically distorted that you know the conversations, two different conversations going on.
I'm a capitalist, folks, and digital greed is not good for capitalism, and that's the reason why I feel the way I feel. And I've said the things I'm saying. Joel, thank you for helping me say these things. Thank you for being here. Always a pleasure. Good luck to you. We'll see you next time. Joel Barker, ladies and gentlemen, joelbarker.com. Check out whatever he's got is good. I'm Jim Blasingame. I'll see you later.
Insperity presents the Small Business Advocate Show with Jim Blasingame, brought to you by FedEx, CareerBuilder.com, and Palo Alto Software. This is a copyrighted production of Small Business Network, Inc., intended for the private use of our audience. Except as otherwise provided by copyright law, all other copying, redistribution, or publication without prior written consent is prohibited. All rights reserved. Prohibited. All rights reserved. Prohibited.